So I came across this story from the New York Post, and do you want to read this? You want to read here? You want to read the title, Marsh? Do you want to read the title?
I divorced my dying husband. He wallowed in self-pity and killed my vibe. Bro, at this point. No. I'm starting to get to this point where this feels like, I don't know, like it almost just feels like a psyop. This can't be real.
Well, it's real because
every week now there's a story like this.
Till death do us part, a woman has opened up about why she divorced her dying husband, saying his 5-year cancer battle took a toll on their marriage and he wallowed in self-pity. Mon-Fri.
He was dying. What the fuck?
I think we can all agree when somebody's dying, right?
You're allowed to have self-pity?
You're allowed to have self-pity, right? And B, we're all supposed to suffer through your shitty personality because you're dying. And it's temporary for us.
Mon-Fri, 40.
Like, I know he's in a shitty mood. He's dying. You know what I mean? You still got to go visit your grandpa.
Mon-Fri, 40.
You just don't make me come anymore. I'm coughing up blood. My hair's falling out.
Yeah, my dick doesn't get hard because I just went in for 3 different rounds of chemo.
I was on the phone with Armando yesterday, my grandfather, for 20 minutes trying to explain to him. I set the alarm on his new smartphone, and it was so frustrating.
He's the best.
You stay calm as you can, because obviously, but he's like still angry, stubborn, because he's related to me, by the way, if you don't know how he is. He's angry, stubborn, and he's getting mad like, Al, please listen to me. There's an app called Clock. You go to the app called Clock. What he was doing was, his old phone let him search for apps. You just type the app. He was just going to the Google thing and typing clock. So he was getting pictures of like people selling clocks. No,
that's fucking funny.
Get out of Google. He figured it out finally, but I thought it was
so fucking funny, dude.
Mon-Fri, 40, wed her late husband when she was 22 years old, and dreamed of starting a family with him. But the bride's dream.
That piece of shit, that selfish asshole, had to go ahead and get sick.
You know, she wasn't into it anyway. You could tell because she was 22 when he was 37 when they got married.
Yeah, she was looking forward to his dying.
But the bride's dream were soon dashed when her husband, then 37, diagnosed with testicular cancer.
The bride's dreams were dashed.
Yeah,
it was her dream. See, you know what I mean? I hate when that happens. I hate when, I got my whole life planned out. I'm so excited about the future, and then my wife goes and gets cancer. Like, what a cunt! I made a lot of plans for us, sweetheart, and now you're out here doing this.
But the bride's dream. Okay, we couldn't really think about our future. Fry told women, "Oh my God, women, how can you plan for your future as a newly married couple when you're struggling with something like cancer?" People react in one of two ways to critical illness I've seen over the years. She continued. The first type was how my husband, unfortunately, was the people who drown in self-pity. The second type are people who are instead concerned with everyone around them. So she wasn't getting enough attention from him because he was sad he was dying. A woman.
Hold on.
You should cut it out.
He had cancer in his balls. That would make I could get cancer in my leg, in my fucking liver, wherever. Your balls, man.
It's your balls, dude.
It's your balls, dude, bro.
Fry, who was living in New York City with her husband, said no one was worried about how she was doing during the difficult time. I'm going to read that again.
But that was, dude, this whole article is that when she it literally starts with
killing my vibe.
Her dreams were dashed when he got sick.
They never asked, do you need any support? Are you part of counseling?
Oh my God.
Honey, you're not hot enough, by the way, to act like this.
No.
Oh my God. This woman
How old is she there?
22.
Oh, she looks 40.
Fry's husband continued treatment for his cancer, but the disease only worsened. I was hoping the best with my ex-husband's cancer, but then years went by and I started to lose hope. It was 5 years with all the treatments, and it started to change the dynamics within our relationship. It wasn't until the 5th year that I started to think about leaving, but I felt like I couldn't say anything. When someone is dying next to you, you feel like you can't talk about your own well-being because you're compared to their suffering. Listen to this woman. Fry said she was
I'm, man, I'm struggling with this one. I mean,
Oh, I know.
Wow.
Fry says she was motivated to finally leave her sickly spouse after a friend took their own life. I was hoping for the. It was at my funeral. It was my first funeral, and it was very shocking. Fry explained of her pal's unexpected suicide. In my mind, at a time, suicide became an option, even though I had never considered it before. I was such a bad taste. It was very clear to me that if I didn't save myself, I was probably going to die, she dramatically added.
I love this. I love this woman. She's the best.
Fry,
what a lovely woman.
Fry subsequently filed for divorce from her husband, leaving him stunned. His main focus was more and more about him, she stated, because he's cancer. At the beginning of the treatment, he was still checking on me, but he felt even more pity for himself. This is her. Look. She's a life coach. Look, she's a life coach now, guys. You wonder why women are fucked up? She's a life coach now. I can't even say that he was hugely supportive, she further admitted. But that was even harder, was a reaction to society, which I didn't expect. Fry says people sent her horrible messages. You deserve, whatever messages were sent, you deserve worse. And that her husband's family was disappointed. People were in pain and they wanted to blame someone. They're blaming you for leaving him, not for the cancer. Fry says that she and her husband subsequently stopped speaking. He ended up remarrying before he passed away 2 years later.
Good for him.
Yeah, he remarried, passed away 2 years later.
Good for him. To pull that off is I mean, amazing.
So he
Good
couldn't
for
have been
him.
that self-pitying if he was able to get another chick while he still had cancer. This woman's also lying, too, you know?
She's an insufferable twat.
I actually found out on Facebook that he passed away. There was a picture of him from a common friend, and it said, "Rest in peace." My first reaction is, you must be joking. Someone would have called me and told me. But why would somebody...
Wow, so nobody...
Listen
this
to
is
her!
Whoa. This is a very revealing little thing. So everyone hates this woman. Everyone in their circles hates this woman.
Yeah.
If nobody called them...
Nobody called her and told her because nobody's taught. Listen, and you know what? There's people that probably agree with her. There's women that probably agree with her. My first reaction was, you must be joking. Somebody would have called me and told me, but no one did, she mournfully added. Fry has since moved to Singapore. I would move there too if I were you, and works as a life coach. She's also remarried. She says she has no regrets about leaving her dying husband, but admits she spent years in therapy trying to work through complicated emotions. This hurt her more than anybody else.
Yeah, man, guilt. It's called guilt.
I feel wait, you guys have feelings?
Yeah, women feel guilt. They just don't understand it as an abstract.
Yeah, women feel guilt, but they react with resentment because they should never feel bad ever and only feel good.
It's kind of the way. It's the same way like Italian guys get when they feel any kind of emotion.
Yeah.
Like whenever they feel like emotional about something and they want to cry, instead they're like, "Now I gotta fucking hit somebody."
Yeah.
So I gotta work through my emotions.
That's why Irish people don't cry. They just punch their wives. It's true. I feel we, especially women, are just usually brought up in this mentality to serve others. But when you go against it, you learn a lot about resilience and self-awareness. Oh no, yeah, but when John Edwards, not the carny, but well, they're both carnies, but the senator, remember when he fucking cheated on his wife with cancer? Everyone fucking I cannot believe him. I had to have years of therapy to learn that I'm not a horrible person for making that decision that I did. No. If you had to go to therapy for not feeling like a horrible person, then you should feel like a horrible person. If you need somebody to tell you every day that you're not horrible, somebody you're paying money to, you're paying somebody money to tell you you're not horrible. That's what therapy is. That's what it is. Therapy is just confirmation bias. It's you're giving them money, and of course they're going to say you're not a terrible person because they want you to go back. That way you feel good about yourself.